It's all set up. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking. And once again, we are live streaming. Hey, Cosmics. How's it going, man? Hey, Avid. Hey, man. How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, Gizmo Trish. All right. We got people.
Hey.
I was just, I was wrapping up the video for the Indiegogo.
Mm-hmm.
I may actually show you guys part of it, but I took some of the pages, some of the pages from chapter 1, and I saved them in each of the different steps, the black and white, the gray, and so forth. And did you make the cape called GT yet? No, it's just Cosmics, not yet. Still working on it, guys. But and then what I did is I put them into my video editing program and then had them blended together so it just blends together. And I hate to say it, but some of the earlier pages weren't as dramatic in the changes. So I may go back and pick a couple extra pages to do, but it came out pretty fantastic. I really like the way it looked. So that is something that's going to be part of the video, showing kind of the color process, you know. But it was a lot of fun. And I actually, check it out. Look, I even wrote out a script instead of just trying to wing it from me just going, hey, you know. Sometimes I'm better at that. Cosmic says, I come here to chill. Very good. We can chill. Oh, as a matter of fact, if I forget to say it later, I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. Spending time with family and friends. That's always a good thing. I actually get to sleep in tomorrow. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to go to the other work. And I don't have to be anywhere till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which means I actually have the opportunity to sleep in tomorrow. That's probably not going to happen because I have a damn dog. So, but there is the potential of sleeping in. All right, I'm going to kick off this video here.
I'm working tomorrow on this stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be working on the Indiegogo campaign. I actually realized that a lot of the stuff from the Kickstarter, a lot of the verbiage that I used in the Kickstarter, I can use in the Indiegogo. So instead of having to write everything out from scratch, it'll make it a little bit easier. But yeah. It's coming along. It's coming along. Still, in case anybody out there missed it, we're still planning on launching the Indiegogo this Friday. I'm not sure exactly what time. I might just do it during the live stream. I'm not sure. But some people might say, why would you want to do it during the holiday? You know, we're right after the holiday. And in my mind, that's not going to matter. We're going to bring attention to it more once it gets started. Once it gets started, that's the big thing, is getting it going, getting it started, getting it out there, and pointing people towards it, and that's going to be the whole thing.
It's going to have to be such a long campaign anyway.
Well, they allow you to do up to 60 days, and I think I'm going to go ahead and set it for 30, and then with the option of extending it. Or I may just put it for 60. I don't know. I haven't decided just yet. I'll make that decision at the end. I mean, either way, it's probably going to go for 2 months anyway. So, but that's all right. That's part of what you got to do. Which means if it goes for 60 days, it'll end like mid-January, which is well after all the holidays. So, and they say that you usually get the most activity at the beginning of the campaign and at the very end of the campaign. And the very end of the campaign will not be in the middle of the holidays. So that's my thought process there. That's my thought.
Plus, somebody's got to try it anyway.
Somebody's got to try what?
The holiday launch.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Since nobody else is going to do it. I mean, I think Ethan's talking about February for whatchamacallit.
But they've all discussed this time period launch.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's got to try it eventually.
Yeah, well.
We're trying it.
And if it says 30, then extend. Your last hour of the 30 days, you will get the people that waited, then you, and get 30 more days, and you get 2 groups of last-minute buyers. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I don't want people to feel like I'm pulling the rug out from under them, though, you know?
No, they expect it. They've seen how every one of these campaigns goes. And yeah, we're in that $20 price range, but we're giving them something basically at retail price plus shipping. Because
Yeah.
graphic novels of this size cost between $15 and $25.
Yep.
So what they cost full price.
Yep. I was thinking about doing like an early bird thing, like put up like maybe a limited number at like less than cost, just to see if anybody would be willing to bite. But well, you know, early birds get the worm. You know, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Well, we already discussed it, and the bottom line is, if we reach our goal, we'll have plenty to print what we need. Why did my recorder just stop recording? How far did it get? Okay.
What's the goal?
6,000 is the base, the bottom goal.
That seems really low for a graphic novel.
It's what I'm willing to accept in order to get it printed, and that will cover.
See, that seems like it would cover printing some, but not the shipping to you, not the shipping to them.
Yeah, it'll cover that.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Don't you worry about that. Don't worry a little head over that. I got it covered.
Uh-huh. I don't know about that, but okay.
Well. I got an idea. This is something I actually didn't even draw this right, but that's okay. I will redo it shortly. All right.
Hey, has Avid seen the first page of book 2 yet?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember if Avid was in the stream that day.
I don't know. Something keeps happening. My internet, I think, keeps blinking out. So my recording keeps stopping.
I can't see chat, so I have no idea.
Avid, do you have a copy of book 2?
I believe he does.
Okay.
I just want to know if he saw the color first page.
Well, maybe not. We'll show it to him. I always tell people, go low. Once you hit your low goal, people will say, well, it's guaranteed to ship. I'll buy it, and it's a sure thing. Well, we have really big plans, or really Cosmic says you need more subs. Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
But you know what? It's done. The book's done. It's ready to go. It's all in pre-press. So we're gonna reach out. We're gonna get attention, and things are gonna happen. I hate to say it, but what? Avid? He says I was given a copy of book 2 and that I misplaced. Oh no! Did you ever get a chance to read it? You know, because he didn't send me any grammar mistakes for book 2. He only sent me grammar mistakes for book 1. So
he lost book 2. He lost it.
Indiegogo algorithms will boost you, and even for every % you go over your goal. Really? Okay, that's no problem. No problem. Hold on just a quick second.
All right, there's the first page of the second graphic novel colored. Hopefully it shows up. I closed it.
All right. Sorry about that.
What did you do?
Well, my wife just came in and was asking me some questions, and I figured
You said get out.
I'd go mute. No, I did the husbandly thing and answered her question and helped her with what she needed.
Get out, streaming.
Look at all them Pepes. Yes. Well,
Pepes.
Damn it! It did it again.
Oh, dude, yeah, they'll be like, it's why a frog? They're so weird, dude. They every time they see a frog, they go, "It's an alt-right Pepe." It's like Pepe's not alt-right.
Nope. The whole beginning of book 2 is kind of a little homage to Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Hero is running out of. God dang it! It stopped again. Oh well. You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to focus on me. Why does my You know how I make a separate video?
And you're ruining it. You're ruining it.
Yeah, I know. I'm ruining it. For some reason, the recording keeps stopping.
Doesn't want to record you.
Yeah,
it's trying to record me.
You know what? I give up. I'm not gonna make the video now. Then if it's not, I'll just make another. I got time tomorrow to make another video. I'll do another drawing video tomorrow.
We'll do it live.
Oh, maybe.
Do it live.
That's what they say. Do it live. So as I was saying, the opening scene for Hero Book 2 was a homage to Raiders of the Lost Ark, where he comes running out of the jungle carrying the sacred rock, and he's being chased by these Aborigine tree frogs, and that's where it comes from. I mean, that's it. It's
being chased by a bunch of alt-right Pepes.
Alt-right Pepes, yeah.
Pepe's not alt-right.
I don't think I even knew what Pepe was at that time, so. All right, this is not coming out the way I want it to, so that's all right. We're going to try again.
Well, they call the Kekistanis who use Pepe alt-right when they're not. The whole Kekistani thing makes fun of identity politics.
So I'm starting. I have an idea for a new wraparound cover for Hero Book 1, and actually, we're gonna just screw around until I get it right.
Uh-oh.
The idea. Ooh, you know what?
Oh no, what?
Well, on the cover, the idea was to have Hero and Pudge like kind of posing on like a rock or something, but then I could do the whole idea of the skull. I don't think I like that for the cover. Maybe I want to do something different. Because what I want to do is I want on the cover it to be, well, we did talk about having him in some type of action pose, like he's fighting the snake, even if the snake's not on the cover, on the front cover. Now, one of the ideas was to have the back cover feature some of the bad guys for the series in the background. Actually, there's also I have an idea of doing a giving the book a subtitle, because I just called it Hero Book 1, but it never had a subtitle. His journey begins, something like that. And then I wasn't sure exactly what Hero Book 2 would be. The Tragic Life of Brock. That's kind of what was my original idea, but
oh man,
I'm really not the idea guy,
That's kind of a bad thing.
Well, I told you how when I originally came up with the idea for Hero, a lot of the input that I got from the kids was I would pitch out an idea and they'd say, "Dad, that's a really dumb idea." And then I'd say, "Okay, let me go in a different direction." Because sometimes I need that extra little. I'll do pudge this way. May reverse it so it goes the other direction, but I think I got an idea of how this is going to look. Where's my brush pen? I always like... Yeah, I'm just the writer. I don't have ideas. Yeah, well. No, here's my problem. I have ideas all the time. My problem is they ain't always good.
That's everyone, dude. That's everyone. You're not special.
Yeah, well. No.
Even people like Frank Miller and Alan Moore have bad ideas.
Yeah, well.
It happens.
The goal is to take a bad idea and make it good.
No. The goal is to come up with a good idea.
Okay. Now we'll see here. So I'm almost done with the video. And once that's done, things will start going faster on the Indiegogo front. Because that's something that's kind of important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't happen, we're toast.
Avery's always so negative.
Not negative.
Realistic.
That's realistic.
Yeah, I hate the idea of being realistic. We don't need to be realistic. We need to be... What's the opposite of realistic?
Andrew.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming sometimes. All right. So I got this idea. He's standing on a rock.
I mean, we can't do the book. You can't get the book printed without backers.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, that's not being negative. That's...
Yes, but we can't get the attention of a lot of the people that do promotional type of stuff on YouTube without having the campaign going.
Yes, true.
So, but build it and they will come.
That's the hope.
Yep.
They can look at it and be like, man, they suck. And we just have to be like, we just have to accept that. I wouldn't want to be one of these people that, because they don't get on some of the bigger channels, they get butthurt. And I don't like it.
You don't like what, getting butthurt?
The people that get butthurt when they don't get on the bigger channel.
Yeah, well,
I'm like,
if it happens, that's great. But you know what? I mean, John Mayland was kind enough to let me on his show, and that was fantastic.
Great, dude.
And I'm gonna, I made a commitment that the campaign was coming, and I'm gonna stick to it.
It's just you're a week late from what?
Well, poo-poo happens. Stuff happens.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Well. Snake. No, I actually, in this sketch, I have a smile on his face. He's really not smiling when he faces off against the snake. That's not something that happens. Now the point. That is so. I mean, as a cover idea, front and back cover idea, that's still very, very weak. Let me think about it.
Do you want me to take a shot at a thumbnail? I'm not talking like a finished piece, just a rough thumbnail.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to make it spectacular enough that if we made it into a print, people would be willing to, buy it. So
you're talking 11 by 14.
No, this would have to be
22 by 14, or 23 because of the spine. 23 by 14, something like that.
Well, no, 8.5 by the print size would be 8.5 by 11 times 2, which is 17 by 11. So, I mean, we could increase it a little bit to make it,
I was in the same aspect ratio as I was talking about the larger. You didn't understand what I was saying.
Are you thinking about the print or the cover?
The aspect ratio.
Oh, well. Oh, you know what I could do? Harken back to the original drawing is do the...
It's got to have room for the spine, too.
Yeah.
8.5 by 11. 11 by 14 is the same aspect ratio. You double it, so you would go 22 by 14. But since there has to be, an inch for a spine, so just say 23 by 14 is the aspect ratio.
I don't want to make the rock like a third of the cover. That doesn't work. You know what I need to do is I need to go look through my reference. I have some photos that I took, or that I found, I should say, for landscapes and forests and so forth. But what I was thinking about doing is, if this was the total image, right? See, I'm still drawing the characters way too big. This is too big for what I'm thinking about. I want to have like a cliff or a rock or something like that, where the characters are standing on it and they're in like a pose and so forth. It says hero and whatever down at the bottom. And then the background, you have a forest, like they're emerging from the forest, like they're coming out of the forest. But in the background of the forest, you like see like a giant wolf back here. And then you have, like, in the trees, you see the shadowy figure of the bad guy. And then we have, like, wrapping around the bottom and around the top, the snake. Like he's about ready to get him. But then you have more than just, so it's kind of like, here you have the image of the hero, and but behind him is like all these, Actually, I like this. I like this setup better. I just got to work on this part. It's the wolf. One of the wolves would be here in the background. And the wolves are huge compared to the characters. And you got the trees, and you got the... But it's very difficult because maybe this should be like a rock or something, and not a cliff. Like they're climbing up on a rock. There's a whole perspective idea of coming out of the woods and then going up on a cliff. Well, I could draw. Oh, I could draw like they're coming out of the valley and have the walls of the valley here, and because this space up here where the title goes isn't going to mean anything. P.S. Melter says, need more furries. Yeah, absolutely. Need a lot more furries. All right, let me... You know what?
No furries.
All right, let me try this again. All right. The idea is to have Hero in a heroic type pose. I want him looking off. I don't want him looking at the reader. I want to have him looking more off into the distance, you know. The whole idea the whole idea of book one is they're starting on their journey. They're going on their journey. You know, a couple of guys, you know, hitting the town. Gonna go find a swinging bar or something like that. And do you mind? Keep going, buddy. Gandalf, go that way. Come on, keep going. Get invaded by my daughter's cat every now and then.
Have you seen Norsemen on
Norsemen?
Yeah, on Netflix.
No, I haven't.
It's pretty funny. There's this one part, dude gets his gotten his hands chopped off. They give him prosthetics. One is a spoon tape strapped to the stump so he can eat. The other is this thing that looks like a potato or something with some sticks stuck in it. I don't know what it is. It's just a lump with sticks stuck in it like fingers. And he's got this bowl of kittens and he's trying to pick them up and they keep falling out. And he's got a cauldron. And he's like, look at me. I'm so pathetic. I can't even drown something as helpless as a kitten.
I have no freaking idea what the heck you're talking about.
It's hysterical.
Okay.
He wants to drown kittens. He can't because his hands are chopped off.
Well, maybe that's a good thing then.
No, drowning kittens is hilarious.
Okay. Is it supposed to be a comedy or is it supposed to be? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a comedy.
All right. Have you ever watched the show Vikings?
No, it bored me.
It's a pretty good show. I enjoy it.
I couldn't make it through the first episode. I kept falling asleep.
Oh, whatever.
I did. I've tried 3 times to watch that show, and I fell asleep every time.
I forgot what the girl's name is. The one that plays his wife, Agatha. She's awesome. She's pretty awesome in that show. All right. All right. See, he's like, let's go take on the world. We'll do Pudge right here next to him, standing beside him. I got to remember in the first book, Pudge is smaller than he is. In the second book, he's larger because he's grown some. He's a big boy. He's a big boy now. One of the things I thought about doing. Oh, what is? Oh, I see what's happening. Oh, I know why the video is not saving. I just got a message that my startup disk is full. That usually happens when I have too much crap in the library that the videos get saved in. I just haven't cleaned that. I just haven't cleared some of that stuff out in a while. So I'll need to work on that. So Mike and I were going to go try to see a movie. We're going to try again maybe tomorrow because he's off tomorrow, which is kind of shocking since he worked like a double shift last Thanksgiving. But if he's still off, then we may go see a movie. We may go see the new Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts movies.
Okay.
Oh, Avid's got to go. Appreciate
Later,
you checking
Avid.
out, man. D says, I have a feeling you guys played D&D together back in the day. No, believe it or not, we did not.
I've never played a tabletop game, although I've worked on a bunch of them. Not the vampire games, though. Not D&D.
Avery's actually done illustrations for gaming companies. So
tons of stuff for Vampire and World of Darkness over the years.
Nope, never played D&D. I did try one time, but my favorite part of Dungeons and Dragons was creating the characters. I never liked playing the game. I just like creating the characters. So, which actually one of our buddies from high school made a little extra money by doing illustrations for some people that he met that were into D&D. They came up with character ideas, and he did the illustrations. And I guess in the group that these people played in, the better your illustration was, the more the dungeon master liked you and was nicer to you during the gameplay. So they sought him out to do the illustrations, and he made some cash doing that.
Sure.
Yeah. I've actually illustrated some Star Wars characters for a friend of mine who does the Star Wars version of D&D. Yeah, I did a whole series of. They sent me like a list of the characters, what they look like, and I did the illustrations for them, and they use them for their game stuff. So it's kind of cool. That's the closest I ever came to being involved in gaming. But Avery's done more in that stuff, more in that realm of stuff.
I've done a ton of it, dude. I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that it just never came out.
Yeah.
It happens. There's some board game, dude, that I did a ton of illustrations for, dude. It never came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get paid? That's the important part.
Yeah, I did. I did get paid.
P.S. Melter says, what's the easiest and hardest furry you have drawn? Well,
I don't furries, but
well, I mean, you can say my characters they have furry attributes. You know, the God, what is it when the animals take on human aspects?
Anthropomorphized.
Yeah, there you go. So far, one of my favorite ones that I've drawn, I drew for book 2, was a warthog who was a bare knuckle boxer. That was a lot of fun drawing him. He would probably. A lot of times, what I'll do is, hey Cosmics, Cosmics. A lot of times, what I'll do when I'm designing a character is I will get reference from the animal that I'm basing it on. Like I had in book 1, I had some characters that were based on a Wolverine. So what I did is I went and I found reference for a Wolverine, what a real Wolverine looks like, and I start by first drawing the Wolverine as it would look like in real life, and then I start adding and taking away and, you know, kind of giving it an animated look until the characters look like what I'm looking for. But I usually start with the real thing and then go from there and work away from that. But this warthog that I did, I pretty much said, okay, here's a picture of a warthog, and I just drew it looking just like him. And I like that. That was fun. Now, who would be the easiest? Well, hell, Hero's the easiest. I've drawn him so much, I could probably draw him in my sleep. So I've never actually tried that, but, you know, if anybody can draw him in their sleep, it's me. Just like Avery's probably could color him in his sleep if he needed to, right?
No.
You ever try doing anything in your sleep? I've tried to do things when I'm half awake, but not when I'm sleeping. Actually, Hero was the idea for Hero came to me while I was laying down trying to get some sleep. So, who is over there making that noise?
Yeah, what is that noise?
It's one of the cats scratching at the back door, like he wants to get out, and they're all inside cats, so they're not going out.
You're not going out. Where are you going?
Yeah. Well, they get real jealous when they see I go out in the backyard with Charlie. They actually get in the window and they sit out there and they watch us playing in the backyard. And I think they get jealous that he gets to go outside and play and they don't.
Well, tough.
That's right. They're cats. They're dickheads anyway, so they don't get to go outside and play. The new kitten's adorable, though. She's absolutely adorable. Got to remember that in book 1, Pudge is kind of still young. He still almost looks like a chick. Not a chick as in a girl, but you know what I mean.
A baby bird, yes.
A baby bird, yes. He has a very small, his beak is smaller.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, but Gandalf, keep going. Keep going. Go. I swear they know I'm doing something, and so they want to just get in the way. Okay, I'm liking this layout a little bit more. It's got a very heroic stance. It's got Hero. It's got Pudge. Now I just have to work on, where else they're going to go. I really got to get some. I got to get some reference for the. I have the idea for what I want the background and the foreground to look like. So I need to get the proper reference and then just go poo-poo crappy crazy on it. I may even pull out the quill pens for this one just because I enjoy doing that so much. D says, I have a friend who says he can control his dreams when he's half asleep. Well, every time I realize I'm in a dream and I try to change things, it's usually when I start to wake up. It's like, damn it. I never get to have my way in dreams. It's always weird stuff and most of the time, if I can remember the dream, I know why I had the dream. You have something that you're thinking about, or you have something on your mind, or you have something you've got to do, or something like that, and you kind of dream about it. Those are usually the ones that stay in my mind. But actually, I did a little bit of research on dreams for another story I was working on called A Witch Named Ayla Renee. It has to do with the fact that most people dream in black and white, or most people remember dreaming. Actually, since the invention of television, more and more people remember dreaming in color, but for a lot of times they think people dream in black and white.
I have no idea if that's true or not.
Yeah. Well, next time you have a dream, try to pay attention to whether or not it's in color or black and white.
I don't dream.
Well, I'm sure you do. You just don't remember. I have lots of dreams. I dream all the time. The one I hate the most is the one where you're like sliding down something and then you end up falling out of your chair or falling off the bed. Those are really weird dreams. I had a really weird dream one time. It disturbed me a lot in the fact that I was in the dream. I was filling out paperwork, and I could not remember how to spell my wife's name, which is really weird. Her name's Jennifer, I don't think there's very many variations on how to spell the name Jennifer. But for the life of me, I could not remember how to spell. I couldn't remember if it had 2 N's or 1 N. And I woke up from the dream in a panic because I could not remember how to spell my wife's name. It was so weird.
You want to know why you couldn't remember in a dream?
Why?
That part of your brain is shut down while you're sleeping. The part where your brain that can handles things like spelling.
Really?
Yeah, you can't access it while you're dreaming.
Well, hell, I can't access it while I'm awake. I'm a horrible speller, man.
That's just what I've heard. It might be bullcrap.
Yeah. All right, I actually like this one. This one's coming along well. His nose, when I inked it in, I made it too big, but that's okay. This is, like I said, this is just a sketch. This is just a layout idea. His face is, it's all right. His side whiskers aren't as thick as they're supposed to be, but that's all right. This is just an idea of where it's supposed to go. What's he doing with this hand? I don't know what he's doing with this hand. It's just there. Oh, but Jen Nasser Fur. Kick Nasser. Kick Nasser. Oh, geez, I almost said something really bad. I almost said kick Nasser out of my wife.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be, what the heck is Nasser doing in your wife?
Yeah, that's right. Somebody put him in there. Yeah.
Well, if it gets to 6 figures.
Cosmic is like, what? It's okay. It's a comic sketch. Oh crap! You know what? I was just going to stop my recording of the video. I didn't even do the recording. So, oh well. All right. Well, now I don't have to stop the video because I didn't start one. Oh well. That means I don't have a video for tomorrow morning, which means I'm gonna have to get up early and do one.
Yeah. I've been trying not to laugh, but
you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the burning question video. I actually set up a title for it, a title portion of the video, and the cheesecake one will probably be the second one, but I really need to do the Thanksgiving Black Friday one, and I probably should do it before Thanksgiving actually comes around. Says, wow, I thought Nasser was taking the war campaign challenge for Rainbow Brute. You know what? I could probably win that challenge if I tried. So
Nasser's life is that challenge. Pity Nasser. It's not a challenge.
All right, I was watching the live stream, Ethan's live stream, where they were talking to Nasser, and they were talking about setting up like a dating game type of thing, and then they got Comicsgate girl on there, and she was really cute, but it was like soon as she started talking, I ended up having to go do something else, so I never finished that live stream. So
she's married.
She's married?
Yes.
Oh well, well.
Nasser turned off his camera immediately when you said I was rolling laughing.
D says, I'm surprised Nasser hasn't hit you up to work together. Hey, you never know. Oh, D, you had asked before.
Nasser has no idea who we are, man.
Yeah, he doesn't know who we... Well, I've reached out to him once or twice and said hi to him on stream, so... Not Nasser, D asked in one of my chats what was wrong with my hand, why I had the Band-Aid on. I had been working in the yard, and I had gotten all these cuts all over my hands, and the one that was on the middle of my hand and the one that was on the side just looked gross, so I put Band-Aids over them. So that's it. It was nothing bad. They're healing up rather well. Just
I was gonna say you lost the challenge.
What?
You got a little too rough.
Anime girls are 128 years old if they were real life. Yeah, well. All right, I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to do another drawing or not, since we're running out of time. But
are we?
Oh, it's already 20 after 8, so we usually try to keep this around an hour.
Yeah.
But we did start late, and I don't have to go to work tomorrow morning, so we can keep going.
I don't go to work tomorrow morning. I mean, I'm working on Hero tomorrow.
So, is there any questions out there that we could answer? I mean, it can be stupid questions too. We take on all comers when it comes to questions. So,
especially if it's about werewolf stuff.
You know what's so funny? Then in our community, when you say stuff like that, if you don't know what it is they're talking about, you kind of think to yourself, "Werewolf? What is that?" But since I know exactly what you're talking about, you're a sick man.
I think it's hysterical. It's so funny to me. That's just
Cosmics asks, why are 12-year-olds on Fortnite so mean?
Why are 12-year-olds on any video game so mean?
Because they don't have religion, and they don't get beat often.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't play Fortnite. Do you play? Have you played Fortnite? Do you know what that is?
I know what it is. I've never played it.
I know it's a game, but I don't know anything about it. So, other than that, it's very popular.
12-year-olds were mean back in the day when I played Halo.
So, you know what Todd and I used to do? There was a down off of Arlington Expressway. There used to be a dollar theater. That's one of those theaters that back in the day. I don't think they have them anymore.
No.
They would like be third-rate. Once the movies were out of the main theaters, like if what's a good example? Like they would have Deadpool 1 playing in them. It's older movies, and they were dollar theaters where you could pay $1 and go see a movie. And the one at Arlington Express, it was a crappy part of town, but they had a small arcade, and in the arcade they had the original Mortal Kombat. And Todd and I used to go to that arcade specifically because there wasn't anybody good there. So what we would do is we'd go there and we'd stick a quarter on the machine, which is your way of telling whoever's playing that you got the next game. And we would patiently wait till one of the two people was done and got off the game. And then Todd would get in, and he was so good with some of the main characters. I think it was who's the Kung, whatever his name was, like the main guy, the main good guy. He was so good with him that he would beat the crap out of whoever we were playing or he was playing. And then the next somebody else would come in and he'd beat the crap out of them, and then they would leave. And then eventually everybody that was there in the arcade would leave, and it would be just me and him. And then he and I would just play back and forth together. And we beat the game numerous times because, we got good enough with it. But we would have to wait our turn and patiently wait in order to kick all the little kids off. And 12-year-olds were mean back then too. We were teenagers. We were, older teens. So, but we played by the rules. The rule of the arcade was you put the quarter on the machine to let people know you got next, and you played until you were out of quarters. And we played by the rules, and we kick these kids out and, keep in and play ourselves.
Yeah, kick them kids out, man.
Do you remember where we used to go to play Mortal Kombat 2 when it came out?
I didn't play Mortal Kombat 2 when it came out.
Do you remember where we used to go, everybody else went to play Mortal Kombat 2 then?
Everybody went to Regency. No,
we went to the 24-hour bowling alley off of Beach Boulevard. They had it there, and we would go in there and play because they had the pool tables and the video games. They had Mortal Kombat 2, and that was like one of the places we could go where we wouldn't be bothered. We could play it all we want because the only people that were in there in the middle of the night were drunks. And
all the normal kids went to the mall.
Yeah.
They didn't do your weirdo stuff, bowling alley.
Yeah, D says, every time I see the electric guy in Mortal Kombat, I think Big Trouble in Little China. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. So did I when that game came out.
Yep.
I thought the same thing, dude.
I wonder if the remake with The Rock is going to be any good.
What, Big Trouble in Little China?
Yeah.
Probably not. Remakes are usually hot cabbage.
Cosmic says, and if you had a power... Okay, hold on a second. And if you have a power is every time you touch something, it will turn to gold. So if you touch gold again, what would it turn into?
double gold.
And it probably turn into excrement. You know, you touch gold twice. Actually, you know what's kind of funny that he brought that up is, you guys, Avery doesn't even know this, but in book 3 of Hero, there is a scene at the beginning of the book, which is a flashback scene, and one of the characters is calling out different characters who we may eventually meet sometime in the future, that Hero may come across, and one of them is King Midas and his golden army. So we actually do have an idea for bringing King Midas and his Midas touch into Hero stories. So D says, just don't touch any private parts.
Yeah, that would be bad. Ooh. Ooh.
All right, now I'm debating. I wonder what King Midas would look like. What kind of animal would you think of if I said King Midas?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm trying to get an idea. First person that says panda loses.
This type of stuff is out of my wheelhouse, man.
Wait, isn't there like a golden badger or something like that? There's animals. Yeah, see, I knew Cosmix was going to say it, but no panda. Isn't there a golden, maybe monkey? I know there's like a golden monkey. I should do some Google search and see. Golden. I mean, I know there's a golden retriever, which is a
King Midas is a golden retriever. Oh, that's funny.
Ooh, a tiger.
Golden retriever's hysterical.
Uh-huh.
Oh. A tiger would be good. But
that might work. A tiger might work.
But holy guacamole, golden retriever is comedy gold.
Well, I do have dogs in the Hero world. Actually, some of the pirates are based on dogs for book 4. So I do like the idea of a tiger. I might have to work on that idea.
Yeah, tiger's good.
Yeah, Cosmix is going to have me name all the characters that he helps me create named Cosmix. All right, I like tiger. But if he shows up, it's not going to be for several books because we already have plans for book 4. Actually, we haven't decided on book 5 yet, but I really try not to get too far ahead of myself. But
it doesn't hurt to have a rough outline.
Yeah, I know.
Things can change.
Well, see, I'm gonna have to somewhere in the book when the panda character, I'm gonna have to give credit and thanks to Cosmix and to Gizmo for helping with the idea, and then
sure. Well, it's cool to with all of these YouTube channels, the fans can actually be involved a lot more.
Oh yeah, well that was like what DNC had said, that when he did when he launched the Indiegogo campaign for Jawbreakers, he had that one image of the female character. I forgot what her name was, and the reaction to her was so positive that he decided to make her an actual, member group, part of the team, and that was because he got feedback from people in real time, and that's absolutely wonderful. That's one of the things about creating and sharing on YouTube is you get almost immediate reaction from people. If you draw a picture that looks like crap, people are going to tell you it looks like crap. If they see something you like, they're going to let you know, and they're going to give you ideas and suggestions. And even if you don't go with their ideas and suggestion, it might spur something else.
Still, listen in good faith.
Oh yeah, yeah. Any comments, any criticisms, any ideas, throw it out there. You never know.
Because there's so many creators that think, oh, not only should I not listen to the customers and fans, it's my privilege to insult them, and they should buy my book anyway.
That's not going to happen. I'm not very good. I will try to troll people, but I don't. I am really bad at it. So
no. This community appreciates a good troll job. Now.
Well,
the more they like you, the harder they'll troll you.
Yeah. Well, you know me. I'm bad at good guy trolling. Even though I try really hard. All right, guys. I have nothing else coming to mind right this second. I like the tiger idea, but I'm going to have to actually get some reference on that. Because I hate to say it, if I try to draw a tiger without at least looking at a tiger, it'll probably look like a cat or a kitten. Meow. Meow. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I like that idea. Actually, there's one of the characters or the one of the species of characters in book 3 was originally based on a tiger, but it not really. They were inspired by a tiger, but they weren't tigers. So I think you should put an eye patch on the tiger.
A tiger with an eye patch, even if he's not King Midas, that's an awesome looking character.
It's like a golden eye patch. Maybe he accidentally touched his own eye one time and turned his eye to gold, and
his eye itched and he scratched it. That's not bad. That's not bad.
I imagine the character wearing like these big, huge metal golden gloves so that he doesn't accidentally touch stuff, you know?
He walks around like a surgeon just before they operate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it'd be really cool if like one of his weapons of choice, if he had a weapon, or maybe a staff or something, was take like a bucket of water and drop it, and as it drops, touch the water so it turns to gold, and it becomes like this solid thing that looks like gold, but it looks like water.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. I gotta play. Like I said, that's not for many books now, so I can't get lost in that just yet. The Panda Kai I actually could use in book 3, so we're gonna stay focused on what we're working on right now.
Okay. All right.
Let me see.
I think page 3 is done now.
All right. P.S. Melter says he got beat up by Phil Burt from Rocco's Modern Life. That's why he only has one good eye. And then Cosmic says, and then the people who serve him would be like a beaver or something. I don't know about that part, but actually I have the idea of them being more like monkeys. Maybe King Midas comes from their version of Africa. Especially if you're going to use a tiger. Well, tigers come from India, don't they? They don't come from Africa.
Tigers are... It depends on... There's different types of tigers.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Tigers all throughout... I think there is a type of tiger in Africa. The two main places there's tigers, one of them's bigger than the other. I can't remember which is which.
Yeah. Well, I know there's Siberian tigers.
There's Bengal tigers also.
Yeah, Bengal tigers.
Well, India is part of Asia.
Yeah, I think it's like slap dab right in the middle of it, or just slightly south. Yeah, I'm really good at geography. Oh crap! That reminds me there is something I'm supposed to be working on. I'm supposed to do a map of the world. Oh, didn't I mention that during the last live stream? There's something we need to work on. Dang it, I forgot all about that. Snow leopards, yeah. Yeah, but I think snow leopards, I think of a female character. You know? For some reason. Cosmic says no. I don't know what he's saying no to, but it's okay. All right. All right, guys. I think I'm going to start wrapping up. I appreciate you all just hanging out and listening to us jaw for a little bit. I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Eat as much pie as you can because you know pie is good. By the way, cheesecake can be considered pie, so enjoy cheesecake as well. So,
I disagree.
I don't care what you think. I know I'm absolutely right, so that's all that really matters. This is my stream, which means I'm the boss. Did you know that, Avery? Did you know that on my stream I'm the boss? And then I make the rules and I decide what goes and...
No, you're not the boss of anything.
Yeah, all right. All right, D, Cosmics, PS Melter, everybody, thanks a lot again for joining in. We're going to have a big announcement next Friday, or this coming Friday. Crap, Friday's in 2 days. So if you guys can join, that would be wonderful. But we're going to kick off something cool, which you already know what it is. I'm just, putting it out there again. And appreciate y'all checking out the stream. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Guys, thanks so much.